What's up, Bulls Nation? It's the Bloody Horns podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Let's get into it. So we got the report today. The Sacramento Kings have checked in with the Chicago Bulls on the availability of Zach Lavine and Alex Caruso. The package would revolve around Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter, and draft capital. So it's an interesting trade. It makes a lot of sense for the Sacramento Kings. Last year was a disappointing year for them, so they need to upgrade. They're going to lose Malik Monk, and they're going to miss his scoring punch. You know, his void, I'm sure Davion Mitchell will try to fill some of those minutes, but he's not a scorer. He's a nice defensive player. He's not a scorer at that level, so they're going to miss that. Zach Lavine could slide in real nice there. He's an upgrade over Malik Monk. Like, if Zach Lavine didn't have the contract he had, we'd be throwing a lot more respect on his name. You know, I'm guilty of it too. I speak super disrespectful of Zach Lavine all the time, but it's hard when you make $40 million. But at the end of the day, he'd be an upgrade over Malik Monk. I look at the Denver Nuggets too, him and Michael Porter Jr. At the end of the day, Zach Lavine would be an upgrade over Michael Porter Jr. because he's a better player. He's a better scorer than Michael Porter Jr. Zach Lavine's a better player, a better scorer than Malik Monk. Does this trade make sense for the Chicago Bulls, though? This would be the kind of trade that would kind of piss me off, to be honest, because Harrison Barnes and Kevin Huerter, they're not game-changing pieces, but they're smart players. They're good role players. They got high basketball IQ. With them on your roster, you're not going to suck. Those guys, you can't tank with those guys on your roster because they understand how to play basketball. They understand how to make winning plays. They understand how to do all the small things. They both have won pretty much everywhere they've gone. So it'd be a weird move. It'd be a move that they would make if they were re-signing DeMar DeRozan and they were trying to bolster the pieces around him and Kobe White and make a playoff push, make a top 6 push, which still wouldn't happen. They'd be better than they were last year, but they still wouldn't be top 6 in the East. So this would be more of the Chicago Bulls spinning their wheels. The draft pick probably wouldn't end up being that good. It'd be in the teens at best. There was another rumor out there. Bill Simmons said Alex Caruso, Zach Lavine to Philadelphia for Paul Reed, the 16th pick in this draft, and that Clippers 2028 unprotected pick. A little more intriguing to me because Paul Reed, his contract's only $9 million, so we don't have to take back money. The Sixers have the cap space to just absorb the Lavine contract, so we're straight up clearing cap space, and that's much more of a deal you can make if you're going to blow this thing up, start from scratch, and rebuild a little bit. That Clippers pick will be interesting. Kawhi Leonard's old. We don't know if Paul George is re-signing there. James Harden's old. Russell Westbrook's old. They're an old team, so an unprotected Clipper pick, very intriguing to me. I still need more out of that trade, though. I at least need a down the line 2030, 2032 pick swap. I need something else in that trade. It can't just be that if we're going to throw Alex Caruso in it. That Sacramento Kings trade that's talked about here, we absolutely don't need to throw Alex Caruso into that. The Kings flipping 2 role players and a draft pick for Zach Lavine would be a huge upgrade for their team. There's no need for the Chicago Bulls to sweeten that pot. So it's getting to that time, guys. The Celtics won the title yesterday, which signified the start of the NBA offseason. We're going to get crazy rumors every day. Let me know what you think about a potential Sacramento Kings trade in the comments.